All right, guys, we're going to look at a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. And I want to start by looking at the DXY. Now, I've been sharing this on our trading basics calls. I want you guys to really focus in on DXY because DXY is the power of the dollar. Now, the dollar has obviously been dropping, but it found some support right down here. And I'm going to share with you guys a scanner in a second, so just bear with me. There's a little bit intermediate for some of you guys, but the dollar found some stability down here. We could say there's a possible trend reversal happening because this previous high is being taken out now. All right. So we can see that the previous high is taken out. We can see that possibly this is going to now come up. Now, what I want to know is what's going to happen around this area here. All right. So I've got on this major time frame. There's like this other trend there. You guys see that? Bounced off here, bounced off there. And then the reason I considered this a trend is because it broke through and then it retested it right here for all of my technical traders. So that's why I kind of consider this trend line valid. So let's see what happens if the dollar is going to keep going up. Now, why do I share this? Because I'm going to share with you guys some digital currency stuff. But I believe that the power of the DXY right now is why we're seeing Bitcoin. It's dropped. Okay, it's dropped. Now, one of the things that I'll tell you about Bitcoin. Let me do something here real quick. BTC USD. Let me do it off of here. Let me see. No, let me do. All right, cool. So obviously, guys, we have seen some major support here. Okay, now here's the thing. If this was regular Forex and I see this, what do you guys think I would do right here? If this was regular Forex, what do you guys think I would do right here? Who wants to drop it in the chat box? All right, if I saw this in regular Forex, what would you think I would do? Let's see what the chat box says. Yes. Buy, right? I'll be looking for buys right there. Now, because it's Bitcoin, DXY is getting stronger now. And Bitcoin could be unpredictable. I'm not necessarily entering on buys right now. Okay. So I'm going to wait this thing out. But if Bitcoin does not break out of this, guys, we're going to see Bitcoin coming straight down, guys. Unfortunately, definitely to 9,600. And then we'll see how strong it is at 8,000. All right. Now, for all of you who we've been talking about digital currencies, I still am very bullish on digital currencies. I would still be dollar cost averaging into digital currencies. What does that mean? You go to Coinbase.com, okay, and you start buying some of these assets little by little. All right. So if you had $1,000, don't just put 1,000 right now. You know, maybe put a couple $100. Split it between Bitcoin and a few other coins, okay? XRP, which is Ripple, is a great one to put some money into, all right? So I'm still very bullish, meaning I'm still expecting Bitcoin to go up. Now, Bitcoin could very well just shoot up out of the zone, right? That could very well happen, okay? And you'll end up seeing it all the way up here somewhere, okay? But if it doesn't hold here, then we are going to see it come right back down, maybe to this area here, okay? But guys, all I want you to understand is the same way that we just saw Bitcoin pop to 13,000 out of about 8,000 that it had been ranging in, at any moment, this thing could just freaking take off like a rocket. So I want you guys to be paying attention to a dollar cost average with your, with buying and holding. So remember, when I talk about buying and holding these assets, it's like buying and holding a stock. It's not MT4. It's buying and holding it, okay? You could do that at Coinbase or a few other different exchanges, all right? But I say all this to say, I've been looking at Bitcoin. It did this massive head and shoulders right here, dropped right off of this point. We got to see if this thing's going to hold and what's about to happen. All right. But with that said, look, I still believe, and listen, shout out to Patrick Kenny and, Tyrone Foster, guys. Listen, they are still killing it and still consistent with Forex pairs as well as US 30. You're not going to find anybody that gives you such short stop losses, okay? Meaning very good risk to reward management. There's always consistent trade setups, and the strategy is pretty stinking simple. If you have gotten wins out of the DeLorean, drop a 7 in the chat. If you guys have gotten wins from the DeLorean, if you guys have enjoyed the DeLorean, drop 7s in the chats. I see you, Michael Thompson. I see you. By the way, guys, they're going to come out with the DeLorean Hyperdrive so that you guys can take DeLorean trades, but for your HFX. If you guys trade HFX, if you know what I'm talking about, you will be able to utilize the DeLorean for HFX. It's going to be very, very powerful for you guys. Now, I want to show you guys something. On top of the DeLorean, which is what I recommend for Forex, Cash Trap is what we recommend for HFX. I want to talk to you about DCX, and I want to talk to you about what's called the Swipe Coin Scalper. And I'm going to show you guys pretty fast how you can utilize this to make money any time of the day. So you guys understand DeLorean is 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. You're not always going to catch those sessions. Life is busy, whatever can happen. What if you can trade on the weekend? What if you can trade at 7 o'clock at night when there's not a whole lot of volume in the Forex markets? Well, that's the power of the digital currency scanner. Now, I want to show you guys something real quick. You do need the Swipe Coin app, all right? So you need to add Swipe Coin to your package, or you need to have the Elite package, which has DCX, and it'll have all of this added. But guys, there is a website for Swipe Coin. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's really, really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. By the way, can you guys see my screen? If you guys see my screen, drop a 1. Okay, cool. My screen sharing has been very weird. All right. Swipecoin.im. Man, what is the website? Hold on. That's not what I want. 1 second, guys. Let me see something here. Inicio. 1 second, guys. Let me do this. How many of you guys do not know a whole lot about digital currencies? If you could be honest, drop a 1 in the chat if you do not know a whole lot about digital currencies, all right? Okay, cool. No problem. No problem. All right, here it is. Okay, guys, look, IamSwipecoin.com. You guys can utilize this. It's really, really cool. Okay? Really, really cool. By the way, guys, we're going to be doing more for HFX. A lot of people are getting on HFX. We definitely want to have some value adding stuff because a lot of people are having value from that. All right. So here's, digital currencies, guys. I'm not going to get too deep into it on this call, but I want to kind of show you how to use this scanner. I'm being mentored by some of the creators of this. And so I've been focusing a lot of my attention on here, but that does not mean stop using DeLorean. If it's been having success for you guys, should definitely do it. Yeah, I showed Amber on the basics call. All right, so look, guys, on this website, if you guys have DCX or add DCX, look, you get to look at all of the different trades right from here. So you don't not only get it on your phone, you could also get it from here. So it's really cool. All right, you can check out the results page. This gives you the results for Swipe Coin. Look at this, guys. In the month of July, there was a potential of 6,500 pips. Now, obviously, it's going to be hard to catch all those pips, but look at this. Just from the Swipe Coin Scalper alone, you guys have 3,000 pips you could have caught in the month of July from Swipecoin Scalper. All right, so very, very powerful. Look at this on the Bitcoin market ideas, 88%, XRP market ideas, 81%, Ethereum market ideas, 100%, right? So very, very positive, okay, for the Swipecoin app. All right. So you get all of the stuff here. Also, there's a lot of chats, guys. Look, there's a chat called Picasso's Brain. Really cool. MT4 chat. So on all the MT4 trades. Now, there's also something cool happening called exchange trading. So you can actually trade one currency for another and grow your Bitcoin. So let's say you have $200 in Bitcoin. You can learn how to turn that $200 in Bitcoin. There was one trade happened a few weeks ago. Your $200 in Bitcoin would have turned into 400. It literally would have doubled it. You would have had 500 or 1,000 in Bitcoin. It would have doubled it because of how well it did. All right. All of this comes with the add-on for Swipecoin, which is $50, or you get it with your, your Elite. But let me show you how powerful this scanner is here, guys. Let me show you this real quick. All right. When I saw this, it really blew my mind. Okay. Especially, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Look, it takes me time to learn strategies. You can ask Greg, you can ask all of, I have to really go through it so many times. And then once I get it and I understand the rules, I get it forever. All right. It's just how I work. It's hard for me to get it and I have to watch it over and over and over and over. And it's like annoying how many times I got to watch it and I got to ask questions and I got to watch it, but then I get it. And when I got this, I said, wow, there's something very powerful here, especially when you look at the accuracy of this scanner that I'm about to show you guys. So let's look. Let's see what we got here, guys. Let's look at some very obvious ones. All right. If you guys are ready to learn the Scalper in, I think it's 3 easy rules. Drop a 3 in the chat right now if you guys are ready to learn the Scalper in 3 easy rules. Who wants to trade on the weekends? I want to know who wants to trade on the weekends. I want to know who wants to learn how to trade when the markets are slow. All right. Jesse says this guy. What's up, Jesse? All right. I like it. I like it. Muhammad, what up, bro? Brian, what's up? I love it. All right, guys, check this out. Look, by the way, everything I'm going to show you is already in the Academy. All right, so you can go into im.center. Let me see something. I don't know if it's in their Academy. DCX Academy, currency, leverage, GMX, English, enroll. If it's not here, then it's in their go lives. I know that, so you go to DCX. All right, Nick Gomez, I believe, has one. Go to his favorites. He doesn't have it here, then Picasso has it for sure. All right, let's see. Scalper training, okay? So this is all you got to watch. It's an hour training. You guys can watch that to get an in-depth look from the creator himself, all right? Amber, you would actually have to add it, unfortunately, if you want to learn it, because it's going to be hard. I mean, you can try to learn from what I'm going to show you, but you would want to have it. So look, guys, I'm going to give you the perfect example, okay? This is the perfect example, and we'll look at some non-perfect examples. Step 1, write this down. Step 1, okay? You're going to come here, and you're going to turn this into a line chart. You're going to turn this into a line chart, okay? Now, you guys see where it says sell? You see right there? Okay, that means that that's where you would have entered the trade, okay? So here's how it works. It says sell, but you don't automatically just sell, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna come in here and you're gonna give yourself a vertical line, all right? And there I gave myself a vertical line. You could also do a horizontal ray, whatever, all right? I'm sorry, not vertical line, horizontal line. All right, and I like to use the rays because I don't like them to go backwards on me. It just clean charts, okay? So here's the thing. It says sell. So what you want to do is turn it into a line chart. And the reason is because I'll explain in a second. You see how price came down right here and created a low? If it's on a sell, this is step 2. You want to draw a line where the low is prior to the sell. All right? So let me explain this. When you look at this as a candle, and by the way, guys, study candles, candle formations, what candles look like. Go to Abel Melendez, okay, on the Go Live. So basically what happens is you see the sell is here, right? The sell is here. But there was a low made prior to it, which is actually right here, okay? And so you actually get to see the true low or the true high when you turn it into a line graph. Why? If you guys notice, the line graph only draws where the close of a candle body is. This is a little intermediate for some of you. So for others, you'll catch it right now. So you see that this candle actually closed at this level. Okay. Here it gives you the sell right here. Okay. But you're not going to enter this sell until there's a candle that closes below this level. Okay. Below this level right here. All right. So let's go back. Line chart. That's the low of the previous candle. Boom. Now this is where it gives you the sell. When did it give you the sell? It gave it to you on this candle right here. You don't enter right away. You don't enter right away. Okay? This candle right here, my friend, you see this candle? What did this candle do? This candle broke and closed, which is step 3, underneath of this level here. Here's where you would have entered this trade. Okay? This is where you would have entered the trade right here. Okay? Now, the only other rule is this. So I guess you would say it's kind of like 4 steps. If it's a sell, it needs to be underneath of this EMA right here. Okay? So for instance, since this is a sell, the EMA needs to be on top. For a buy, the EMA has to be below. I'll give you an example of a buy in a second. So let me rephrase everything that I'm talking about right now. You come to this trade. It says sell. You don't automatically sell. You come and you turn it into a line chart. The line chart gives you the area of the previous low. Boom. And you're going to wait for the price to break through the low and close through the low. Meaning it has to close. If it wicks, just because it passes it, you don't count that. This is on the 15-minute. A 15-minute candle has to close beyond the level. We go back to candle, and here's what I see. Here is where it actually happened, right here. You enter after the candle closes. Yes, you got to wait for a close. If it does not close, you do not enter. Okay? Now, I do want to mention this. You did get some retracement here. Okay, let's see what you would have had as a retracement. Okay, 27 pips of a retracement. I'll tell you right now how to do your stop losses and your take profits, okay? But here's the point. You see this previous low. You get the sell signal. You wait for price to break it. Now, here's the truth. You could have possibly entered right there. But what I'm learning, guys, is to be patient with this. Wait till you get a good, solid break of that area. So I wouldn't have entered on the green candle. I would have entered on this red one after it closes. Now, after it closes, what does that mean? That means you actually wouldn't have entered the trade until this very point down here. Okay? You would have done a 50 pip stop loss. Write this down. 50 pip stop loss is the standard. Okay? And if you would have gone for 50 pips, you would have smacked it. Take profit 2 would have been 100 pips. You would have smacked it. And if you were patient enough, it would have came all the way back to retest almost entry. But you could have potentially ridden this thing all the way down here for 300 pips. If you understood what I just showed you, drop a 1 in the chat right now. If you understood what I just showed you, at least 80% of the way. Incorrect, Javier. This is a 1 to 2 and a 1 or a 1 to 3 trade. All right? So here's the deal. Okay? Here's the deal. Is that this thing is going on all the time. And when you have the Swipecoin app, they even give you trades, okay, that or updates on this. Now, what I've been doing is I just keep this thing open and I'm always waiting and I'm always waiting and I'm always waiting. All right. Now, let me give you, okay, check this out. Sometimes you're going to see this. With KLT Forex, you can actually trade cryptos with a $50 or $100 account because 0.01 is a penny. Okay? So you don't need a whole lot of money with KLT Forex to trade crypto. So you can trade it with a $100 account, no problem. What do you do if you have a sell and a buy? Well, let's go back in time. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. Okay? We're going to do a line chart. Boom. Okay? Sorry, guys. I'm getting a bunch of messages. All right. So here, it's going to say sell. Okay? It's going to say sell right there. All right? Now, what you're going to want to do is, okay, you're not going to enter on that candle. And since it created the low, here's what I would do, guys. I would actually base it on this low right here. Boom. Okay? So let's look at the candles. All right? It says sell right there. I would actually use that as the low. I would not just enter that on that spot right there. Now, what do you notice? It kind of just comes back up, right? And then you get a buy signal. Oh man, well, what do I do there? Well, you're going to do the same thing. Line chart. Give yourself a line at like the highest point, which happens to be about the same area as this area right here. Boom. All right? You can do something like that. Now, this is kind of like a price trap for those of you that have understood price trap, okay? And so here's the deal. You're going to wait for price to break through one of these zones. That's all you're going to do, all right? You're going to wait for price to break through one of these zones. What do you see? Price finally breaks out right here, okay? Now, on this one, you wouldn't have caught a whole lot of pips. But let me tell you what I've been learning from this, okay? It's very accurate when you do it right. Don't wait for the whole move. Here, I would have entered it. You had a little drawdown, okay? Actually very close to hitting your stop loss, but then it shot up 63 pips, okay? What I've been doing is, if you, like after like 20 pips, 25 pips, put your stops at break even, okay? Yes, you might get stopped out at break even, but better to get stopped out at break even and you don't take a loss, okay? So the minute you start hitting profits, take that sucker out the bag, guys. That's all I'm gonna tell you, all right? But this is how you do it if it's a buy and a sell. You're scalping the markets. You're scalping the markets. It's all you're doing is you're scalping the markets. Okay, let me look for another play we could have taken. Here, look at this, guys. By the way, you know, the market has been going down on crypto. So you can look for sells all day and it's pretty badass. Look at this. You had a buy here and a sell here. Let's turn it into a line chart. You're going to give yourself, boom. You're going to give yourself a line there. Boom. Here's a sell here. All right. So we're going to look for the low. It's right about there. Boom. We're going to wait for price to break out of this area. Okay. Go back to candles is how I like to do it. Where does price break out? It breaks out right here. So the idea is don't over leverage with this and build up an account. Guys, look at this. This thing dropped. Okay. If you would have entered right here, this thing dropped 387 pips. Guys, this is on the 15-minute chart. Okay. How long would it take you to catch 387 pips in Forex unless you're doing like US 30, right? So that's the idea. It's that simple. Let me look for a good buy. Let me go back in time. Look at this crazy sell that it caught right there. You would have waited for price to break out and you would have caught this crazy sell right here, guys. Boom. That's 1,200 pips right there you could have caught. All right. I want to give you a good buy though. This is a good buy. So again, similar situation. All right. This sell would have been funky right here. Would have been kind of funky. You may have taken an L on this one, but look at this one here. If you use proper risk management, check this out, guys. Line chart. All right. Gives you the buy signal. All right. Probably just do it right there on that candle. And I'm sitting and I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for price to truly break out of that area. Okay. Now, you could have entered right here. It's a little riskier. I'm not going to lie if you enter right here. But let's say you would have entered right on this candle right here. Boom. Look at this, guys. Look at that. All of that is for the taking. 317 pips. Barely any drawdown. Okay? Shoots all the way up there. That's a sick trade. That's a 1-to-6 ratio if you do a 50 pip stop loss. All right? Also, you have Ethereum. So Ethereum is another digital currency that you guys can utilize. Okay? Boom. Gives you a buy, gives you a sell. Okay, this buy would have been like a fake out right here. Okay? By the way, if you see price come back to the EMA and it goes under, remember what you learned from DeLorean. All right? So you can get out of that early. You see it go below that EMA, I would have closed out right there, 7 pip drawdown on this buy. I would have got out of there, but then it gives me a sell signal. Boom. I go to my line chart. I go ahead and I put my level right there, and then I'm just waiting for that breakout, man. Go back to the candles. All right? Price broke out right here. You could have got in right here. You saw a little bit of drawdown, about 5 pips, and then the damn thing drops for 50 pips. Ethereum, by the way, if you guys have smaller accounts, Ethereum is a lot less pips. So it's kind of like SPX for US 30. If you don't have enough money for US 30, you can trade SPX, almost the same type moves, but less pips. Same thing with Ethereum, all right? So guys, you can literally come in here and scalp the markets over and over again. Look at this sell. I mean, the sells have been ridiculous lately. Look at the sells, guys. It gives you the sell right here. Line chart. You know, give yourself a little boom right there. Go back to the candles. Thing breaks out. Let's say you would have entered right here. Boom. Drops down 67 pips. Okay? Here it's very simple, guys. All right? Let me do it this way. All right, check it out. For Bitcoin, your stop loss is 50 pips. Okay? If you know price action and stuff, you can pay attention to certain things and get out. Okay? But your stop loss is always going to be 50 pips with Bitcoin. With Ethereum, it's going to be 40 pips. Okay? With Bitcoin, your TP1 is going to be 50 pips. $100 pips and 150 pips. Okay? And then if you continue to trail, it's up to you. The way that they teach you to do this is to have up to 3 positions. Now, the cool thing about KLT Forex is you can literally trade it like a 30 cent, not 30 cent, a 3 cent position, 3 cent position, and 4 cent position if you're going to trade 10 cents on Bitcoin, right? So you can literally break down 10 cent lots, all right? So you can literally have a 4 cent position that you're going to close out at 50 pips. Another position, you're going to close out at 100 pips. Another position, close out at 150 pips. Now, what you want to do is you want to have a trailing stop loss, okay? Now, what they teach you to do is once your first 50 pips is hit, they teach you then move your stop loss. But what I'm learning is if you get that thing a little bit in profit, about 20, 30 pips, I'm moving that thing to break even. I don't want that thing to reverse on me, okay? There was actually a good trade today. Andrew caught one of them. We'll look at it where literally you could have gotten in and out with the bag 40-something pips in one trade in a matter of minutes, okay? Ethereum, it's a 40 pip stop loss, okay? And then take profit is going to be is going to be 40, 80, and 120. Okay, that's what that's going to be your take profits on Ethereum. Okay, and again, you could do 3 positions or you can trail 1 position. And if you don't know what I mean by that, you got to keep trading and keep studying. Okay, you'll understand it later. But that's how you guys want to do it. All right, stop loss is 50 pips. Take profit is 50, 100, or 150. That's on Bitcoin, not on Ethereum. It's 40 pips, stop loss, 40, 80, 120. That's your only exit strategy. All right. Anything that you're learning from DeLorean or anything else, you would have to figure out how to do that. Okay. But it's not like DeLorean where you have like 30 different exits. It's not like that. This is very simple. It's just, you know, whatever the numbers are, that's it. Okay. Boom. And you're done. Enter and you're done. Let's look at today. So there was this crazy one that happened today, actually. So let me see. He caught this buy, which was crazy. He caught this buy. Where did he catch it? I don't even know where he caught it. I don't even know where he caught it today, but Andrew caught a buy. Might have been because it was that there. But Andrew caught a sick buy, and I caught a sell, and I was in some good pips before it reversed. Look how crazy this is, guys. You see this little bit here? Even though it doesn't look like much, when it actually broke through, I mean, it gave you like 100 pips right there. It's pretty sick. Somehow Andrew's an animal though. He caught this buy. I don't know where he entered it, and he caught like 40 pips on it. Somewhere in here, he caught like 40 pips off this, which is insane. I don't even know how he did that. I caught the sell right here. But the point is, guys, you can play with this. Obviously, do it with a demo account first, okay? Look at this one. This buy here would have broken out right around here. So you would have caught in this. You would have caught, you know, look at this, 50 pips out of nowhere, almost 60 pips. Guys, understand in Forex, 60 pips is a lot of freaking money. All right, this buy right here, you would have never entered this buy, guys. You would have never entered this buy because it didn't break through here. You maybe would have entered it. Let's look at how this would have panned out. Line chart. Draw it, boom. Price, look at price didn't break out for a while. And I'm still studying this thing, but look, you could have caught it when it broke out here. So let's say you would have entered it here. You could have caught 87 pips. That's a lot of stinking pips. Guys, understand, if you do 20, 30 pips in a trade in Forex, it's a great trade, in my opinion. Some of them are, you know, you could do 50, 75 pip trades, but, you know, 20, 30 pips is a great scalp. Okay, how many trades average per day? This thing is like shooting off, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 10 trades a day. Okay, it's every 15 minutes. It's revamping, it's redoing it, so it's really cool. All right. Any questions, guys? Give me some questions. The simplicity is pretty dope. I'll be doing more trainings on it, especially as I'm entering trades on it. Okay, so but do you guys have any questions on how this thing works? All right, simplicity is key to any business, guys. All right, let me give you one more example. I know you do. Silver Steph is gonna kill this. Look, guys, you come in here again. Here's your high. Okay, go back to the candles. Boom. Where does price break? It breaks here, closes. You could have written this thing for 100 pips. Okay, boom. Have you created a chat just for Swipe Coin? I have not created a chat, but there is a Swipe Coin chat. Okay, I'm going to get more vocal about this stuff. Do you do this on your phone and drawing and looking at it and see clear? No, Amber, I do this on my computer, but I enter the trade on my phone. Great question. Everything I'm showing you guys, I do it off a laptop. I do it off a laptop. Okay. All right, guys. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, guys, listen, my encouragement is check it out. Okay. Don't get faked out. Very important, guys. Do not get faked out. You know, like, look, you see this buy right here? You know, just because it says buy, you see how this candle comes up. Remember, guys, price is what? Price comes in zones. So this is a zone right here, right? That's all it is. It's a zone. So what it's saying is wait for price to break the zone. Well, guess what? Price never broke the zone. Okay, but now you get a sell. Ooh, that's sexy. Let's go back. Boom. All right, it gave me the sell here. Where should I put my line? You could do it in a couple places. If you want to be safe, you can go back in time, guys, and look for some like low areas. I would have been comfortable doing it there, or I would have been comfortable doing it down here. Wherever you wanted to do it is fine with me. Go back to the candle. Bam. If you would have entered right here, look at this freaking drop, guys, in like a matter of like 1 hour. All right, boom, thing drops. Even if you would have waited for the second entry point, boom. Guys, that's 572 pips right there. And that's not even the whole move. The whole move went for a whole lot more. But just on that move right there is 500 pips. Let's find out. Let's find out. I like it. Ooh. All right. Who wants to test this bad thing out? All right. Now, there is a glitch. I talked to them about it today. There is a sell right here. Okay. But while it's on the candle, it'll disappear. So there is a sell on this candle right here, but you just do not see it. It disappears on the candle that you close. So like, because the candle is moving, it disappears. They're working on fixing that. So there is a signal for a sell right here. What does that mean for us? Well, what that means is we want to wait until price breaks the low. What's the low? Let's go to the line chart. Here it is. We need a candlestick to break and stay below this area. It needs to close. So we need a 15-minute candle to close below this line here. And if it does that, we have the clear to take the trade. Okay? So pay attention to this. If this next candle drops, we can enter. All right? Now, I will tell you guys, I'm weary of this trade. Why? Let me show you something. And this happened here. You see how there was a major wick here? So I'm just really paying attention right now to this price because I don't like where it's at because of this. Look. There is a daily zone right here. And so the problem is two things. One, if this thing really drops, it's going to freaking just tank like nasty. But if not, it just keeps wicking up. So that's the thing that I'm having a concern with. I'd rather buy this thing where it is. So I would just pay attention to it. But if you want to take it on demo, if you see price break below this area right here, 10,037, you can take it. But I would just be very cautious because in this area here, there's a buyer zone that all this area here, guys, is a major buyer zone. So that's my only concern with selling this right now. Okay? I almost rather wait for another buy signal to pop up and take that. But look, it's so indecisive. You've got this big wick down here and you got this big wick up here. So it's like trying to figure out where it's going to go. But here's what I'll tell you. Wherever it does go, it's going to explode. It's going to explode down or it's going to explode up. So just be ready. All right? Just be ready. All right, guys. So listen, there you go. That is the Bitcoin scanner. You know, they call it the swipe coin scanner, the crypto scanner, or the crypto scalper. I'm sorry. It's simple, easy to use. I'm going to make this recording available. If you have DCX, you can watch Picasso teach on it. He's going to give you a more in-depth look to it and perspective. But I'll tell you guys, I'm utilizing this. I'm loving it. When you get the clear breakouts, I mean, guys, you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of pips. I think it's going to add value to you guys, all right? Somebody's asking, where can I open a demo account on KLT4X? That's what I use. I want you guys to pick out your own, but for digital currencies, it's really cool. Now, remember this, very important. If not, you're going to learn the hard way. Crypto on KLT4X, 0.01 is not 10 cents a pip. 0.01 is a penny, all right? So if you do 0.01 and you're like, why did I only earn like 37 cents? It's because 0.01 is actually a penny, not 10 cents, okay? If you do 0.05 on crypto on KLT4X, it's actually 5 cents. The good thing about that is you could have a smaller account on KLT4X and trade crypto, and it's not a big deal. You can deal with the volatility, but just, you know, put more per pip so that you guys make some money. So guys, I hope you guys got value from this. If you got value from this, drop some 500s in the chat if you guys got value from this today. And listen, tomorrow night, guys, we are going to you know, have our trading basics. Mr. Greg Briette himself will be teaching that. So make sure that you guys are on there. Guys, look, here's what I'll tell you about trading. The biggest thing that you need to do is show up every day. Show up every day. Get your trading view out and just start drawing stuff that you've seen on Go Live. It'll all make sense. It won't make sense right now, but it'll make sense long term. All right? Show up. And guys, I'm going to encourage you to do this. Look, whatever that you're studying, whether it's this, whether you're studying DeLorean, I want you to put the educators' Go Lives in your schedule. They're in your schedule. I want you to picture that that's an appointment that you have. You can't get out of it, okay? And if you do, it needs to be rare, okay? So if your educator comes on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 7 p.m., you know what you need to do? You need to go on there at 7 p.m. You need to put it in your calendar, all right? If you're watching DeLorean, guess what you need to do every morning? 6 a.m. You need to be on there if you have a job. 8 a.m. with Abel, 9 a.m. if your job allows, Patrick Kenny. Patrick Kenny's my favorite. You know, Tyrone's a beast, but Patrick Kenny's more of my type of guy, my type of trading. Guys, if you stay consistent with it, the problem is somebody will take a trade or two, maybe it doesn't go in their direction, and you know what happens? They stop doing it. Continue the path. Focus. Follow one course until successful. And I promise you, my friends, you'll be successful. My name is Steve Max, a.k.a. Max the Mentor. Your breakthrough is closer than you may think. Keep going, my friend. I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy and be glad that you didn't quit like everybody else did, and you fought until you became a winner. I believe in you. Anything you need, please reach out to me. I'm here for you to help you. Good night.